Okay, it's been a while since I've done one of these. This is a ranker tanker. We are doing a ranker-rooney, and today we are going to be ranking the Legend of Zelda games. This is a little bit of a very sore subject because so many people are very, very, very big Zelda fans. I am a pretty big Zelda fan, as you can see from my poster right there. You can tell what game I really like. So I just want you to know, my opinion is better than yours, and that's all. Okay, let's continue. Let's get into this. We'll just go from what starts first. No, here it is. Here it is. So this one, I just want to say, fuck that game. Fuck that game. That game is so terrible. I cannot stand warrior games. I cannot stand the Fire Emblem one, and I sure to hell can't stand this one. I don't know. Something about it just makes my mind go fucking numb and just not want to be there anymore, especially this one. But I will say that this one is somewhat of an upgrade. I can see why people enjoy this. But my personal opinion is it still sucks supremely. But the only reason why I like it so much is because of the stupid fucking time-traveling egg. I will admit that sometimes the story can actually be pretty charming. And there's some things about it that are very interesting to see, like young Sidon. I love that. Yeah. I mean, it's an upgrade from Warriors, but Warriors is still trash, so, you know. Anyways, this is Breath of the Wild. I think everyone here knows where this goes. One of the best Zelda games ever made. And which is weird, because in my personal opinion, I don't even see it as a Zelda game. It's just way too different to be a Zelda game. Like, it's open world. The stamina meter is, like, upgradable, and even then, the stamina meter is, like, super garbage. Sometimes. Getting hearts in this game was kind of a hassle until they made it to where, like, you can get all the hearts, and now getting a heart in this game is, like, easy as fuck. There are so many bugs in this game, so speedrunning in this game is also super fucking fun. Just there's so many features in this game that just make it so unique and so enriching. You can play this over and over again. You can't do that with regular Zelda games. I mean, I just gotta be honest. There are so little games where you can just replay them. I could maybe say Ocarina of Time, because that's a good speedrunning game. Majora's Mask, again, a good speedrunning game. But, like, you can't really say that for a lot of games. But, even though it's not very much like a Zelda game, I would still rank it S in the Zelda game category. So, on to the next one. This one. Okay, so I have mixed feelings for this one. It is, I don't know how to feel about this game, because the thing about it is, I love how it looks. I love the music in the game. I love the enemies. And sometimes I had fun playing this game. But I absolutely cannot stand the way that it plays. It is awful, and it's like, I don't even know how to describe it. Like you hop from tile to tile, which is cool, but, like, enemies can also hop with you, but also things around you can change depending on where you hop. So you have to think not only once, not only twice, but thrice, dude. You have to look. I love thinking in games, but I don't like thinking in games to the point where it just makes it not fun anymore. And I will admit that this game is fun, but there are points where you just need to think about game mechanics before you even implement them. And I know there's going to be a ton of people that are going to be like, but this was a game beforehand. They just combined it with Legend of Zelda because they're fucking have the tiniest wieners and the even smallerest brains. I get it. But I will say, still better than Hyrule Warriors. Still better than Hyrule Warriors. Oh, by so much. Oh, this is an interesting one. So, Which one was the really bad one? No, I think this is the good one. I think this one was the one that sucked. See, the thing about this game, and this really sucks, it's such a great concept, and it's such a good game, but the problem is you definitely 100%, almost 1000% need to play with your friends for it to be somewhat enjoyable. And when it came out back in like 2002, it didn't click, dude. If it came out like any time sooner, it would have been a $1 billion like game, but they did it way too early. They had the great idea and they did it way too early. But I will say they took it and put it on GameCube and it worked a lot better. This one is poopy. This one is actually pretty decent. I would give it an A. Because the thing is, they went back, they changed it, they made it better, and it's a great idea, and they fixed it to make it an even better idea. You just have to play it. It's really fun. Please play it with some friends. That just makes it so much better. Yeah, it's just, they went from a great idea but poorly done, and then they took the great idea and they did it well. That's basically what happened. Maybe I wouldn't put it that high. This game is genius. This is a game that I can put in A confidently. I would not put it in S just because, in my personal opinion, it kind of feels like a rehash from an old game. But even then, it still plays really well, and the idea is really cool, and there's so many cool little neat features and things that they hid in the game that just make it so much better. I think this came out on the anniversary of Legend of Zelda. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. Either way, it was so much fun to play. It's actually low-key a sequel, but also sort of not, to Link Between World, or Link to the Past, which Link to the Past was a good game. Link's Awakening. If I remember correctly, Link's Awakening was editor put up gameplay of Link's Awakening. This is the one that, yeah, I remember. This is the one they remastered. So, thing about it is, I wasn't a big fan of Link's Awakening because I feel like the ending of it was the biggest fucking cuck ever. I did all of that work, all of that effort in that really fucking cool world that you set up for me, just for you to tell me that it was all a dream. I don't really like that, and I don't really appreciate that. In fact, sometimes that pisses me off when it's somewhat in like a story or something like that, because it means that everything that you just watched, everything you just felt, everything that you just went through was all for nothing and it was fake. Which, you know, I don't like having my time wasted. That is something that I cannot stand. But even being said, even with the story being kind of trash, it was really fun to play. I would put this probably B. I'd probably put it high B just because, you know, look, you go into this game, there's Mario, there's Luigi, there's Peach, there's Bob-ombs, there's Goombas. Like, this is not, what is that? This is Zelda. Why is there a bunch of Mario characters in there? Get out of here. What the fuck? I know it's Nintendo, but this is the wrong franchise for you, buddy. You kind of snuck in here somehow, huh? It's a good time. It's a great game. And, you know, the ending sucks balls, but, you know, a lot of the gameplay makes up for that. It goes from being a 2D game to being a 2D game. Only people who have played the game understand what I'm talking about. And if you don't, anyways, they made it even better with the Switch release. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I literally said everything I loved about this game, but now they made it better. So it's an A tier. And I know there's a lot of people who are mad about it, and they were like saying like, oh, they just did the same thing they did with Pokemon, and they just chibied him and then said, oh, there's a remake. Yeah, it's a remake. I don't understand why people get so mad when people, like, they do what they said they're gonna do. They're gonna remake a game. They remade it. It just looks better and it plays better. It's a remake. They remade it. Like, I don't know what you wanted. Either way, you know, they made it better. They made it pretty. I liked it. Ending, they didn't make the ending any better. It's still shit. Crossbow training. Funnily enough, this is actually a pretty fun game. Not. I would still put it above this one. I'll probably put this in like the in-between area because this is actually one of the really boring games I did have fun with. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. So this will be the barrier between the bad games and the good games, if that makes sense. Next one, Link to the Past. Belongs right here. Not even. No, actually, I would even put it right here. Dude, Link to the Past is so fucking good. Everything about it is just so fucking good. I wish I want to put it in S tier because it's so good. I mean, the story starts off with you just losing a family member. He was your uncle. I don't remember. It was like Uncle Ben or something. He's dead. And then you go around like you meet Princess Zelda for the first time and the fucking last time too. You save her ass, and then she does nothing for the rest of the story, basically. You go through, like, the Hyrule Castle, you jump, you pause the game, you glitch through the game, and you beat the game, basically. That's how I beat it the first time, but I took it seriously the second time and actually beat it. I hope some people understand that joke, though. But, dude, Link to the Past is such a glitchy game, and I fucking love it. There's so many fun glitches you can do with that game. But ultimately, I love Link to the Past, dude. Link to the Past is so good. It has such a great... I mean, there's not really much story to it, but, like, it is an open world Disney ride. You are getting taken through, like, this Disney ride to do certain things. But it's an enjoyable one, you know? Like, all the dungeons are really cool. There's, like, items that you get that are really powerful. Some of them you won't use in a dungeon until, like, 3 dungeons later. You know, it's cool. Like, it's very... It's innovative. I like it. I liked it. I think it is what set the standard for Legend of Zelda games nowadays, which I appreciate. And here is the highest tier of S. One of my favorite, if not my biggest favorite game, Majora's Mask. This is just one of the biggest fan favorites. Like, some people even say that it's like the best game, right behind Ocarina of Time, because, you know, it's kind of the sequel. So much about it is just so good. It's just so good. It's got so many creepy aspects about it. All the characters are really creepy. It's got so many sad elements behind it. Like, the names of the places are really cool, like Termina Field and, like, shit. All of the stories, all of the side quests, all of them are so fucking well written. And they're just so good. All of it's so good. It's just so good. You get to collect these masks that have special effects to them. I love collecting. I have a problem. I have a mental issue. I love collecting. So when you give me a game that's all about collecting, I'm gonna bust all over it. This is fantastic. This is incredible. And I play it and I enjoy it. But, like, here's the biggest thing. I cannot stand games with timers. I cannot stand games with timers. That is, like, one of my pet peeves. It scares the shit out of me. Playing a game that has, like, a timer, because, like, I don't know, something about it is just, like, insufferable, and it just makes me want to die, because I want to be able to do my own thing with, like, how much time that I have, you know? I want to enjoy myself. But I don't feel that way when I play Majora's Mask. I don't know what it is, but, like, I feel genuinely kind of safe when I'm playing the game. Which is weird because it's also kind of a creepy game, you know? Which I also want to furthermore that it's also a very buggy game that you can break several times by, you know, using the Rock Goron and, you know, just kind of hopping over shit with bombs and shit. Oh, and by the way, Song of Time backwards, or I think it's backwards. I think that's how you slow down time, which so cool. They took an element from the previous game, put it into this game, and they made it even cooler. I think that is just so cool. And like, you get Fierce Deity Link, which is like Link's first ever super form, which is so cool. I don't even think they give Link another super form anytime soon. But dude, it is just so good. I love Majora's Mask. I don't think there's going to be another Legend of Zelda that strikes me as much as Majora's Mask does. This is just literally better Majora's Mask. Well, okay, let me take that back. I'll put it right behind it, just because they fixed some of the glitches, and I don't know, dude. Just having the glitches there is just so much more fun. Minish Cap. I enjoyed Minish Cap. I enjoyed Minish Cap a lot. Minish Cap had an interesting story. Minish Cap had interesting dungeons. Minish Cap had a lot of interesting things. Would I put it in S tier? Not really. It doesn't deserve S tier. But it's still a good game. Okay. Now this one I'm gonna have to be very careful with, because a lot of people love this game so much, and I fucking hate it. I'm kidding. I will put it in S tier, but I will only put it at the very end, because the thing about it is, yes, I do agree. It is a very, very, very well-crafted masterpiece. I will agree. But, and this is the part where people are going to start typing. Look, we just have to accept that it's an old game, and they didn't really think of a whole lot of good things for it to be enjoyable and playable. Most, if not all, enemies are all waiting based characters, where you have to sit and wait, then strike. Sit, then wait, then strike. Sit, then wait, then strike. Sit. Oh, you died? Gotta try again. Sit, wait, strike. Sit, wait, strike. It is just the same fucking thing. Now, they do have one enemy that is really, really cool. I can't remember his name. It's like Iron Knuckles or something, where like you don't have to wait for him. In fact, he destroys the terrain around you, and you can use that to your advantage, because that gets you more hearts so you can fight him more. Now, that is one of the coolest bosses I've ever seen, and they do more of those in Majora's Mask, which is why I think it's just a better game. But Ocarina of Time is also still cool, because, like, you know, you have all these fancy songs you can go do. You have all these interesting characters you can see. You can travel. There's time travel. There's so many different elements you can go. There's so many things you can do once you've done these things, and then you can go back and do those things to do these things, so you can upgrade your hero, so you can get stronger, so you can do more dungeons, so you can be cooler. There's defense up. You can get defense up. I believe there's a way to get like an attack up or something like that. Like this is like a Legend of Zelda RPG. Like, it is so cool, and I adore it, and I love it. But I also think that they could have thought of things a little bit better. And this is just literally better version of it. So I'll put it right there. These two, they are games. I'll put these in C. Right here. Because, like, they're not bad games, but they didn't make me feel very anything. You know, they were just, you know, Legend of Zelda games. They weren't very special in any sort of way. And, you know, there was 2 of them, so, like, you know, that made it even... I don't know why they made 2 of them. Like, I just like... I'm pretty sure they could have found a way to make it just one game. And then just called it... I don't know, Oracle of Ages and Seasons. I don't know. But, like, I don't know. It's just, like... I feel like they could have done better. It didn't strike me as anything. This one is very hard for me. Oh. Look, I don't like these games. I never did like these games. They saw the touchpad and they just went too crazy with it, dude. They didn't need to do this. They really didn't need to do this. This actually pisses me off to like the third degree. I don't like that they used the touchscreen to make it to where you have to move around. I just feel like that is a terrible mechanic, and they should just never do that ever again. I like to move my character with my joystick. I like to jump with my character. I like to be able to hold the run button. It is my favorite thing to do in video games, and if you take those away from me, I don't want to play that game. Now that I'm done saying all that, I will say that this game is actually really cool. Both of them are really cool. Let me pull this motherfucker up here. They're both really cool. Both of the stories are really cool, and I like them so much, and I enjoyed them a lot. It's just that most of the gameplay was very frustrating. But besides the frustrating gameplay, this story was really good and put a smile on my face. But then again, Wind Waker games typically do that, you know? Wind Waker games typically put a smile on your face. They, like, you know, any game that has, like, that cartoony style, it's just, like, so good. I wish they would come out with another cartoon, like, Legend of Zelda game, you know? But because of their deficiency, I will put this right in between Link's Awakening and Four Swords, because they were good, but they just didn't hit too many marks because of that gameplay. And actually, I'll actually put this one in front because I actually liked that one a lot more. Let's see. Oh fuck. Okay. This one gets me every time because, look, I'm just gonna say it. This one, garbage. It's just the honest truth. It's just the honest truth. Like, don't even try to. Don't even try to. It's just the honest truth. When it came out on the Wii, it was the biggest piece of fucking shit to ever come out on a fucking console. It was so garbage that my grandma actually huked up a fucking hairball into my fucking bathtub while I was taking a bath, because she heard about this game coming out on the Wii. Not because she got to play it. Oh, that was even worse. She couldn't even take that. She couldn't go to sleep for weeks after that. Like, it was just a terrible, awful thing. But I will say they took a lot of things about this very bad game and they made it a lot better in the 2021 release of it for the HD edition. Now, I still really don't like this game. Even the story and all of the bomb bowling. All of it. It's just, I'm not that big of a fan. I've never been a big fan of Skyward Sword, but I will admit that they fixed the fuck out of this game. It plays so much better in the HD edition. If you ever wanted to give this game a try, I would personally say try the HD edition. Do not hunt down the Wii edition. It is significantly worse. But the HD edition is actually genuinely pretty good, which I'll put it right here because I did enjoy it just a little bit more than this game. That's not entirely true. I don't like this game. I just really don't like that game. I really don't. Oh my god. So this one, I don't know, dude. I don't know. I beat this game quite recently, about like a month ago ish, maybe a month and a half ago. I still have things to do in this game that I have not done yet. I don't know what to tell you guys. I really don't know what to tell you guys. I mean, yeah, it's a good game, but I mean, it's just, I don't know how to feel. I'll tell you one thing, and there's no point arguing with me. This game is not better than Breath of the Wild. It is not better than Breath of the Wild. Does it play better than Breath of the Wild? Yes. Does it have better combat than Breath of the Wild? Yes. Is the map layout cooler than Breath of the Wild? Is the story better by like 10,000 than Breath of the Wild? Yes. But the thing that made Breath of the Wild so good was not because of like all of those things. It's because of the freedom the game gave you. There was so much freedom in that game that you could play with. But they kind of take that freedom away from you in this game, which kind of sucks, because this is like a 3 times larger map than the original map. So there's just so much more that you want to explore, but you are just held back because you've lost so much from the previous game. There's one mechanic that's in Breath of the Wild that just makes the gameplay so much better, so much easier, so much enjoyable, so much more enjoyable. And that is whistle running. Editor, can you throw up a gif of whistle running? Whistle running was a glitch that was in the game. Yes, it was a glitch, so that does make sense they took it out of Tears of the Kingdom, but ultimately it took a lot away from the gameplay, because stamina is really hard to come by. Stamina is really hard to keep. Sometimes it feels like stamina goes down faster than usual, which is just unfortunate. With whistle running, you could do a lot more, and you could save up a lot more of that stamina for climbing, which was much more enjoyable. And with whistle running, you could also use it to help you climb in a sense of way, because when you're going up a certain kind of incline, you can just speed walk up that. Whistle running will also build back your stamina while you are whistling and running at the same time, which just made doing things a lot faster. And then they took it away in Tears of the Kingdom. So everything in the game just kind of feels really, really slow. Now, I know a lot of people are going to be like, but if you do this, but if you do that, but if you do this. Shut up. God. Shut up. I know. There are a lot of things you can do in the game to speed things up. But god damn it, I'll tell you right now, none of them were as convenient as whistle running. None of them. And I know you guys are going to be like, suck it up, it wasn't supposed to be in the game anyways, it wasn't supposed to be a game mechanic. Shut up! Shut up! God! Shut up. Look, let me tell you something, buddy. It may have been a glitch, and it may not have been supposed to be in the game, but I'll tell you what, the game developers found out that it was in the game, and they kept it. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. They kept that shit. They kept it in there. The only reason why they didn't add it to Breath of the Wild 2 is because it was a glitch. It wasn't supposed to be there. But yeah. And like, even with like all of like the new gadgets, all the new gadgets don't make going places faster anyways. Like, there was a lot of things that were in Breath of the Wild that just made things so much faster to do. Like making ice rocks that you can climb in the water. You can use that to like get up, glide, and then make another one and then get up and glide. That was so cool to like go around like water bases and like sneak around and do all that shit. And then like there was just so much more you could do, and you could like stop objects, and you could like hit those, and then you could launch those, and you could break trees, you can stop time, you can hit those, you can grab onto it, you can now you're in the fucking sky. You know, like how cool that would have been if that was in Tears of the Kingdom. The speed, all of that momentum, everything. But it's not there. So, yes, I do agree that this game should be a S tier. No, I do not think that it should go above any of these games, because it really doesn't do the innovativeness that Breath of the Wild had. Although I do agree that it beats it in a lot of categories, I just don't think it deserves the place that Breath of the Wild does. Anyway, sorry about that rant. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this one, and I'm gonna put this one at the top of A. And the only reason why I'm putting it at the top of A is because it's the only official Legend of Zelda game where Link has sex. That's right. That's right. It's an official Legend of Zelda game where Link has sex. That is right. That's why it deserves to be there. Does it have terrible gameplay? Yes. Is the storyline kind of meh? Yes. Is the overworld kind of one of the worst things I've ever seen in all of video game? Yes. But Link has sex. And I think that's pretty cool. I think that's really cool. Maybe not that cool though. I'll put it back here. Triforce Heroes. I know a lot of people have not played Triforce Heroes, but it was a good game. It was good in the sense that it was fun. Not in the sense that the story made any sense and was not retconned later, and honestly, I don't even think the game exists in the storyline anymore. But overall, the gameplay was pretty good. I would put it probably right above here, and probably above that piece of shit. Yeah. How do I feel about Twilight Princess? See, the thing about Twilight Princess is, I had a lot of fun playing Twilight Princess. I had a lot of fun playing Twilight Princess. And the reason why is because around the same time, I was also playing Sonic Unleashed. So I had a very fun time playing 2 werewolf games at the exact same time. it was very fun, and it was really cool. Which is interesting because they never brought that up later on. The fact that 2 of these Nintendo characters can go werewolf, but also later on in like the series of Sonic, he also dresses up like Link and then runs through Hyrule. Like, come on, guys. Come on. You know, it's cool. Anyways, I had the privilege to play this on GameCube, and I also had the privilege to play this on Wii. Now, I did enjoy this a little bit more on the Wii, but I think I enjoyed the controls a lot better on the GameCube. So I don't know. And also, like, the story is really good, but also the story is fucking wild. It retcons so many things, and it sends the story into such a spiral. There's like this is where like Dark Link was made and stuff like that. This is also where like there was established a 4th Triforce that goes in like the middle of them, and like it's wild. I just want to stay right now. I hate the spinning top. I hate that they added that thing. I think that thing is a bane of my fucking existence. I think that the wolf levels are really fucking cool. I fucking love I forget her name. I can't remember her name, but I fucking love her. I think she's great. I wish I could see more of her. She is so fun and enjoyable. She's like a little goth girl. I hope she's legal. Eder, put up her age, and then put up an image of who I'm talking about, which I'm pretty sure you know who I'm talking about. If you don't know who I'm talking about, we might have a problem, and you might be fired. But if I were to rank this anywhere, whew, I mean, I like the game, but I don't know how much I like the game. Definitely more than Skyward Sword by a lot. I think I would put it right here. I mean, I don't hate the game. I wouldn't put it in S tier. Now, hear me out. If they made an HD version of this nowadays, yeah, I'd be willing to put it in S tier. But I don't know, the graphics have just kind of, you know, decayed over the years. It's just not as good, you know. I feel like they should make an HD of it on the Switch, you know? I feel like they should do that. And then this one's an easy one. Dude, I had such a fucking blast with this game. I had such a goddamn blast with this game. I don't even know where to put it. I don't even know where to put it. I'll put it right behind Breath of the Wild because I don't like it more than Breath of the Wild, but I also like it more than Ocarina of Time. Dude, I love Wind Waker so much. It is so fucking good. It is open world before open world was a thing. Now, let me tell you, there was not that much to explore in this game. Now, that is true, and it's also not false. Most of this game is ocean, which sucks. It heavily sucks because you have to travel in it so much. Now, there is something called the Swift Sail, which makes it somewhat better in a sense, but like at the same time, it's just, I don't know, it sucks. Eventually, you get like teleportation too. It's like with like a wind, like a hurricane tornado thing. I can't remember exactly, but that is so much better, and it feels so much better too. Thank God. The story is so good too, because like Hyrule is like underwater and stuff like that, and it's like you have to go save them. They're like trapped in time because the master sword, you pull it out, they're all untrapped by time. That's a reference to Ocarina of Time. That's really cool. You get like Zelda, and you get more of her like powers and what she can do, because she can change herself into someone else and alter memories and stuff like that, which is super cool. You get to see the best Ganon I've ever seen. I love this Ganon. I think he is my favorite Ganon yet. I'm not exactly sure why, but he's really cool. The characters are really goofy, and I like the way that they interact with each other. Rest in peace, Grandma. Also, why the fuck did the bird steal my sister? Why the fuck does Link have a sister now? Where are my parents? Why do I know Grandma but no, not Grandpa? Where is my mother and father? So many questions. But the game is really good. The music is really good. The gameplay is really good. Like, even fighting in the game is really good. Like, it's like Ocarina of Time, but they put it on steroids, and it's just better. Now, one of my biggest gripes is it's a collection game. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, but Dean, you said that you like collection games. You said earlier that you adore collection games. They make you so happy. Yeah, but so here's my problem with that. So, this is a collection game that, oh man, you collect things in the ocean, which isn't entirely terrible, but it also makes me want to end everyone in like a 10-mile radius, because it is so terrible, because you have to go around and you have to find a certain spot to grab it, and then like you have to pull it up, and then you have to go to another area, you have to find the certain spot, grab it, pull it up, and you have to go to another area across the map. Have I told you that this map is absolutely huge too? And did I tell you that you also have to collect map pieces so you can travel and do certain things in certain areas at certain times? Great, yeah. So like it's a great game. I do think it's an S tier. There's a lot of things that I wish they just wouldn't have done, but at the same time, I enjoyed the game. I think it was fun, and that seems to be the end of it. This seems to be my tier list. Thank you for watching. I hope you agreed with me. If you didn't, try to convince me in the comments below. I'll leave a like if you convinced me, and if you didn't, I'll leave a comment down below, and we'll battle it out down there. But until then, thank you for watching. I hope to see you again. Bye-bye.